Hi everyone, Jessica here from Paper Ink Stamp and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the last in our Valentine's Day series for 2024. And for this video, we're going to be creating a friendship card using this 4-piece layering stencil set with the coordinating dies as well. So these will make 3 mini slimline panels here. And you can see that you've got a full panel on the left-hand side. In the middle is going to stencil 3 love hearts. And on the right then we have this really nice little bouquet as well, and again I've got the coordinating dies that will cut out the bouquet and those love hearts. So all I'm doing to begin with is just working out which order that I want to stencil these in. I do take a moment when I'm first using a layering stencil to work out which way round the stencils go and which order I want to work with them in, and then I just simply, you can see there, just use a Sharpie and just write a number on it, so I don't have to worry too much when it comes to using it the next time, sort of figuring out which way round the stencils are meant to go, and sort of taking time I can just go straight in and start stenciling. So for this, I'm using just an A4 piece of cardstock here. I'm lining it up with the bottom corner of that, so then I can make sure that all of my stencils are lined up perfectly when I come to using the next one. And I've got my colour combination. I just searched on Google just for colour combinations, and I found something that I quite liked. This was a little bit more pastel, which I thought was nice. And I had a brown in here as well, which I thought was an interesting, colour to add into this. So I believe the colours I used was Cracked Pistachio. I think it was Mermaid Lagoon, I think it was. We had Kitsch Flamingo, I'm pretty sure it was Walnut Stain, and then I had Dried Marigold as well. So I'm just working my way across the stencil. So normally you would just do a stencil in one colour unless you're going to use sort of smaller blending brushes and things to sort of do the different areas. But with this, certainly with the bouquet on the one side and the 3 love hearts, I wanted them to be different. I wanted the 3 love hearts to be different colour combinations, and obviously then that bouquet as well. I wanted to have the heart be a different colour to those flowers. So yeah, just sort of working my way through this. It's really easy to do, and the great thing with these is you get those 3 different panels as well, so you're creating 3 things sort of almost with one pass really. So in this video I'm only going to use the full background panel that you can see here. I'm going to keep the love hearts on that bouquet, and I think I might use the bouquet on a Mother's Day card because I think that's going to work really nicely. So this whole series has been pretty much about creating those Valentine's Day cards, but just making like love cards and sending love kind of cards, and like friendship cards, but then also trying to use different products as well. So products that you wouldn't normally think of using with that particular occasion. That's really where I wanted to go with this, because we all have sort of stamp sets and die sets which are specific to stuff, but we don't have to just use it for those. We can use them for different kinds of occasions completely. So I'm going to finish up the stenciling, and I'm going to do the last layer, which you can see just up in that top right hand corner is got all the dots. So you can do lots of different things with these. Obviously just ink blend with one of your colours. You could do some, you could blend with the clear like Versamark ink and then do a little bit of heat embossing. With that I would make sure that your ink is dry to begin with, but I'm going to use some paste. So this is a paste that I haven't pulled out for quite some time. So when I open it up, you'll be able to see that, I sort of have to mush it around just a little bit. It's been a little while since I pulled this one out. So this is one of the Nuvo embellishment mousses. This is like a nice mint colour, and I pulled this out first, and this was really what started me off with my color combination. So I did start with that kind of a soft green color and really went from there. So I didn't bring that in, even though I had the Cracked Pistachio. I sort of used that mint in this way because I wanted to add that little bit of a sparkle here. Now if you were happy to sort of wait between drying times, you could stencil with just paste. So you could go through all 4 of these stencils and do it with just paste. That you don't have to just use inks with these stencils as well. So definitely have a think outside the box of some of the other products that you have got. And this embellishment paste as well has got such a beautiful shine at the end. Obviously there's not tons of dots on here, but you can see it, and I just think it really finished it off really nicely. So I'm just going to trim these down. So like I said, you could make mini slimline cards with these. That's sort of what the stencils are intended for, let's say, if you were to just cut those panels down. But we do have the dies for the love hearts, and then we do have that die for the bouquet as well. And then all you need to do really for the whole panel is you could use a mini slimline die if you've got one, and just trim that down. I literally just trim it down with my paper trimmer. So I'm just going to finish up die cutting all of these. They cut really, really easily, which is lovely. And I'm going to keep these pieces. I do try to use it on one card, but I think because everything was so busy and all the colours were very similar, that I sort of struggled to put them all together on one card. So I've just popped them to one side, and yeah, we're going to use them on another project. And that's the great thing about these as well, is you can spend the time, if you're creating one card and you think, I just want this panel, but then if you do all three of the stencils here, then you can just pop them to one side. So when you want to make a quick card, you have got toppers and that already sat there waiting. And I really love that idea of having, you know, it's almost like having ready to go ephemera, but ephemera that you've made yourself. So I've cut my panel down just to where we have the outside of the design to begin with, but then I did trim it down a little bit more again. And obviously I'm putting this onto an A6 card, and you know, if you've watched my videos, that my A6 cards measure 5 3/4 by 4 inches. So I do trim this panel down. I'm just trying to work out exactly how I want to use it, because sometimes it can be a little harder, I would say, sometimes if you've got a panel that's smaller than your card, sort of working out how to use it. But I'm going to just pop it into the center of my card. So I'm going to have a matte and layer, and I'm a little low on some of my colors of cardstock, but I thought what better way than just to take a piece of white card and use one of my inks to ink blend it, so I have a matte and layer that matches in perfectly with the color combination and the inks that I've already used. So I just ink blended around the edges. You don't have to do the whole thing, with some cracked pistachio, and I could see that there was like a nice shine on top of this where the ink was obviously still wet on the surface. So to make sure that I don't just end up getting ink everywhere, I just blasted that with my heat tool. But if you haven't got coloured cardstock, maybe you don't have the right colour cardstock, maybe you're not interested in coloured cardstock, just have white. And if you've got inks, then just ink blend them. You only need to go right around the edge and then just use that for your matte and layers. And again, like I said, you can match it in perfectly with your projects that you have. So I just added my stenciled panel onto that matte and layer with some foam tape just to add a little bit of dimension. And yeah, I'm just sort of playing around with it, but I'm going to end up just popping it into the center, so we're going to have a nice equal amount of space either side. So I could have matte and layered up those hearts. That would have looked nice on there. So if I just had it so it broke away from the pattern of the background so you could really see them, but I just decided to have the background kind of be that main focal point. I'm going to take some sentiments from this set here. I can't remember what this set is called, but I will link it in the description box down below. I picked it up from Craft Stash. I think it was Posy something, and the stamp sets, the flowers to it are beautiful, and I do keep meaning to make another card with those because I do really, really love that stamp set. But I've taken some of the sentiments, so you've got some more script words, and then you have the like simple font in a smaller font there as well. So the card is going to read Friends Forever and Ever. So again, you know, this is Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day themed products here, but again, just sort of changing the script up a little bit. It doesn't have to be, you know, strictly Valentine's Day. You don't have to keep making those kind of cards. A love friendship kind of card is just as good as well to use these products. There really is no again, no script. There is no right or wrong on what you create with the products. So I just firstly cut around the word friends, and I'm just going to cut down then in a strip this Forever and Ever here as well. I do really love having the sort of like simple, just basic text capital sentiment with then a nice sort of script style sentiment. I do really like that. I think it gives a really, really nice contrast. So now I've got my sentiment. I needed something again to sort of lift it up off that background. So I did decide to just die cut one of those love hearts again that we used to die cut the stenciled love hearts. And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to take a scrap piece of cardstock. I'm going brown ink blend with that cracked pistachio, and then I'm just going to die cut that. So again, it's all going to just blend in really, really nicely. And again, like I said, you don't have to worry about finding the right kind of cardstock. If you've got your inks, then you can make this work. I do have all of the distress inks, well, actually, apart from the four new ones that have come out, but I've got all of them. You know, you're bound to find something that is going to match in with your project. So I'm going to add this panel down with glue. And again, I'm just popping this straight into the center of the card. So we've got then that even space of the white either side. I'm going to add a little foam pad onto the back of this love heart. And again, because it's the love heart from this collection, if you like, it fits in really nicely then with that background. And then I'm just going to add my sentiments. I thought it'd be nice just on a little angle. We always do things sort of like everything has to be dead straight and prim and proper and things. But, you know, we can put things onto a slant as well. And the last thing I'm going to do is just add some Nuvo drops to this. And I went in with, I think it was like a bohemian teal or something like that. But I went in to match kind of the blue, which I didn't have too much of on. I just don't think I've got any blue on this one. So I kind of brought that in to finish off the color combination on this one here. And then that's going to finish my card. And like I said, that is going to finish my 2024 Valentine's Day series. So I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. We have got coming up next is the start of our Mother's Day 2024 series. So if you like the sound of that, hit the subscribe button so you get notified when I upload a new video. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching and happy crafting.